Hello, everybody. This is Drew Thomas here. I bet you're wondering why there's a brown dog like this in the thumbnail for We Are United. Well, I'll tell you. This this dog character is from a show called Hey Duggee. This show is a British television show that's pretty interesting, actually. Like, honestly, who would have thought that a kid show would have me actually enjoying it? That's why, in my opinion, British television and also Australian just always scores. Like, there's always such good British shows. Like, Hey Duggee, Thomas the Tank Engine, Postman Pat, Bob the Builder, Fireman Sam, just to name a few examples. Until until the ones I've mentioned after Hey Duggee, um, all went downhill. But still, Hey Duggee has a pretty basic formula. One of the squirrel characters introduced the show, which these squirrel characters are, well, a mouse named Nori, a crocodile named Happy, a hippopotamus named Roly, a rhinoceros named Tag, and an octopus named Betty. Originally, the show was going to be called Chop Chop, and some of the characters were going to be named different, like Happy was going to be named Pov, and Betty was going to be named Itty. And there's going to be another squirrel character until he was ultimately scrapped. But the other squirrels still remain. And we pretty much see their adventures, and they also try to earn these badges based upon their adventures. Like, you know, there's badges for just about everything, even a train badge. And they like to have some catchy songs. Like, one example is the Stick song, which is basically just the word stick on repeat, but it's still pretty catchy. It's the kind of song that you'd play at like a rave because, yeah. Enid's song's pretty good too. But anyway, um, then after the characters accomplish their tasks, that's when Duggee presents them the badges related to the episode. As soon as their parents arrive, they all gather around Duggee for a big hug before they present their badges to the parents. And then we say goodbye to the squirrels, and the narrator is commenting on how much fun they've had with Duggee. Honestly, the show is just understimulating, and I like that. Well, it is pretty stimulating, but it's not overstimulating like Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, or which some people claim that Mickey Mouse Clubhouse isn't overstimulating, but I think it's a little bit too overstimulating for me. And it's not like Cocomelon where it just doesn't teach you shit, but this show actually teaches good lessons. Like, you know, they learn problem solving, they learn strategy, they learn a lot of things. Like, honestly, the show is just it's so entertaining. I got into this a little bit last year, but then when I started watching more episodes, I realized the show's actually pretty good. And I highly recommend watching this show because this is a British masterpiece, in my opinion. And it definitely earns the top spots for CBeebies and BBC. Because honestly, the show's just amazing. And because of this, I am going to be making Duggee Watches the THX logo. And I will eventually introduce Duggee in the Squirrel Club in Drew Thomas and Friends. They're only going to have a one-time appearance on the island of Sodor, and then they're going to appear in the favorite places I've been to, where the Show Me Trains work, and yeah. That'll pretty much be it. Maybe if the Duggee videos are popular, I'll do every squirrel as a THX victim. Like Betty, Roly, Itty. Wait, Itty's not. Itty is Betty. My bad. Honestly, the show's amazing. And I highly recommend if you have a child, this show is perfect for them. It teaches great lessons and it's also very entertaining and very relatable. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Bluey. Like, I think it's the accents and the characters. It just, like, this show is very British and I loved it. This used to air in the United States of America on Nick Jr. from 2016 all the way until 2022 before it's ultimately taken off the air. I think it was 23 actually. Honestly, The show is just great. The songs are amazing. Like, I really love this show. Honestly, the more I watched episodes and songs, the more I grew to love the show. Anyway, that's all for this video, so I give Hey Duggee a solid 10 out of 10. Anyway, like, subscribe to Drew Thomas, and stay tuned for We Are United, starring the Super Stationeers that are all animals, and Duggee and his Squirrel Club. So stay tuned. Anyways, this is Drew Thomas signing off. Good night, and pickles suck. Well, that was fun, wasn't it, Duggee? Ah, woof!